Hello YouTube, I'm Tim, and welcome to part 2 of my Blu Ray haul for May 2020. This time I'm just showing off some Blu-rays, and they're mainly Blu-rays I got today, but also one that I got yesterday. So first, the one I got yesterday, the last of my Amazon Prime orders, is a Shout Factory Scream Factory title, a Hammer horror title that they licensed from MGM, and believe this is going out of print soon. The Vampire Lovers. It's one that's very R-rated. If you dare taste the deadly passion of the blood nymphs. Caution not for the mentally immature. And extras. Femme fantastique. 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 Resurrecting the Vampire Lovers, reading of Carmilla by Ingrid Pitt, commentary with director Roy Ward Baker, an interview with actress Madeline Smith, photo gallery and theatrical trailer and a radio spot, and it's in 1080p high definition widescreen 1.78 and audio's DTS HD Master Audio Mono. 1970, 88 minutes, region A locked. Like I said before, it's rated R, and here's what it says on the back. A female vampire with lesbian tendencies ravages the young girls and townsfolk of a peaceful hamlet in 18th century Europe, who years earlier killed off her fellow vampires. A rousing hunt for the vampiress ensues as a group of men follow her bloody trail of terror through the countryside, adapted from J. Sheridan Le Fanu's novella Carmilla. The Vampire Lovers stars Ingrid Pitt, George Cole, and Peter Cushing. Now this rather erotic hammer chiller, Leonard, that's what Leonard Maltin has to say, appears on Blu-ray for the first time. If you dare, come into a twilight world of unspeakable horror and taste the deadly passion of the blood nymphs. So, it's the last of my Amazon Prime orders that I got off at Prime recently. And then one I got in the mail from Shout Factory. It's another one that's definitely going out of print. It's a double feature, The House Where Evil Dwells and Ghost Warrior. And House Where Evil Dwells is one that used to come on TNT's Monster Vision back in, I believe, the 90s. And these are two 80s horror movies that are both R-rated, and it's region A locked. And they're both from Scream Factory titles licensed from MGM. It's a double dose of samurai action. The house where evil dwells, an ancient curse has turned their lives into a nightmare of lust and revenge. That's what it has to say for The House Where Evil Dwells, while the Ghost Warrior, frozen in ice for over 300 years, a deadly samurai lives again. But here's what it has to say about The House Where Evil Dwells. Color 1982, rated R, 88 minutes, 1080p, high definition widescreen, 1.78. It's a new transfer in DTS HD Master Audio Mono. A century ago, a samurai brutally murdered his adulterous wife and her lover before taking his own life. Now the Fletcher family has found what they think is their perfect Japanese home, not knowing it's the same house where the murders occurred. But as strange events escalate and the ghosts of the dead begin to toy with the living, the Fletchers discover that they've become unwitting players in a horrible reenactment, one which they may not survive. This chilling ghost story stars Edward Albert, Galaxy of Terror, Susan George, Straw Dogs, Doug McClure, Humanoids from the Deep, and is directed by Kevin Connor, Motel Hell. And then Ghost Warrior, which is also known as Sword Kill. That's from 1986, color rated R, 81 minutes, 1080p, high definition widescreen, 1.85 DTS HD, master audio stereo. While exploring a cave, two skiers find the body of a 400-year-old samurai warrior entombed in ice. He is brought to the United States in a hush-hush operation and revived through cryosurgery. Unfortunately, he is then forced to battle for his freedom, dignity, and life. This Charles Band production stars Janet Julian, King of New York, and Humongous, and she's the second Nancy Drew from TV's Hardy Boys Nancy Drew Mysteries, and she was also in a few episodes of TV's Battlestar Galactica, and then she was in Choke Canyon, and she was in Roger Corman comedy Smokey Bites the Dust. Yeah, two 80s rated R samurai horror movies from MGM. One soon to be out of print. And then I ordered a few Scorpion releasing Blu-rays from Ronin Flicks, and they had a couch potato sale where it was take 35% off on unmarked Blu-rays. So I got the Scorpion Ronin Flicks edition Blu-ray of Terror Train starring Jamie Lee Curtis, and this also stars Ben Johnson, and the magician featured in this movie is none other than David Copperfield. I didn't know he was in this movie, but I believe he's shown in this doing some magic tricks. And I think he plays Jamie Lee Curtis's boyfriend in this movie. This is a Canadian movie, even though Jamie Lee Curtis is American. I think both David Copperfield and Ben Johnson are Americans, but then the late Dee Dee Winters, formerly known as Vanity, Denise Williams, who dated Prince, she's in this, and I know she was from Canada. And then Sandra Curry's in this as well. But I think Sandra Curry's American. Terror Train, all aboard if you dare. And this is one that 20th Century Fox had the rights to for a while, but since it was a Canadian film, Fox didn't own the movie outright, so the rights lapsed and they went back to the Canadian rights holder. Take an excursion into terror with Jamie Lee Curtis from the movies Halloween, Love Letters, and The Fog, and this classic shocker from director Roger Spottiswoode, Tomorrow Never Dies, Under Fire, and Shoot to Kill. It's New Year's Eve, and a group of college co-eds have planned a masquerade bash aboard a chartered train. What they didn't plan on was that a knife-wielding psycho would crash the party and begin slaughtering the guests one by one. Who is this brutal costumed killer? Could it be the mysterious magician David Copperfield with a talent for swordplay, a former frat pledge with an axe to grind, or any number of other guests, both invited and uninvited? Also starring Academy Award winner Ben Johnson, 1971, supporting actor for The Last Picture Show, and The Hunter, The Getaway, Dillinger, and The Town That Dreaded Sundown, and then Hart Bochner, Die Hard, Sandra Curry, Gas, and Street Justice, and Dee Dee Winters, aka Vanity 52 Pickup. Now enjoy the slasher classic in a brand new 2K scan from the original inner negative. Special features will get this slipcover with newly commissioned artwork, and I believe it's got this artwork underneath, and which should reverse. But special features brand new 2K scan of the original internegative with additional restoration work done. Brand new on-camera interview with director Roger Spottiswoode, or Spottiswoody, or Wood. Well, it's Wood with an E on the end, so probably just Wood. Brand new on-camera interview with writer Judith Rasco. Interview with production executive Don Carmody and producer Daniel Grodnick, production designer Glenn Bidewell, and composer John Mills Cockell. And then you get the theatrical trailer, a TV spot, still gallery, an original trailer, and it's color 1979. Well, maybe it was made in 1979, but I think this came out in 1980. And it's rated R English, subtitled for the deaf and hard of hearing, 1080p high definition widescreen 1.85, and region A locked, Blu-ray. It's from TVA Films. Yeah, licensed exclusively from TVA Films. And there you see Jamie Lee Curtis and some masked person, and then another masked person, and then Jamie Lee Curtis and David Copperfield, and then I don't know if that's Ben Johnson who's the conductor or not. Terror Train, Scorpion, Ronin Flicks, Blu-ray, and then an MGM title that it's licensed to Scorpion releasing, sold through Ronin Flicks, Record City. Get your laughs off at the store with more. And this is one of those movies where it was shot on videotape and then transferred to film. So think of films like Boarding House that was shot on video, but it was released to movie theaters on film. But this is a PG-rated comedy from the 70s. And special features brand new 2019 HD master and the original trailer. It's from 1977. It says 77 minutes, but that's a typo. It runs, I believe, over 90 minutes. It's 1080p high definition widescreen, 1.78, region A locked. And subtitled for the deaf and hard of hearing. Special features may not be rated closed captioned or in high definition. This madcap comedy that could have only been made in 1977 chronicles the exploits of the employees of a record store, among them Ed Begley Jr., Amazon Women on the Moon, Tim Thomerson Trancers, Cherry 2000, and Wendy Skull, Where the Boys Are 84, as they get ready for the big talent contest hosted by Gordon Kong, Rick Dees, Disco Duck. Performed in front of the record store, watch such classic talents like Gallagher, Ed Lang, Love Boat, Dr. Feelgood, and Razzle P. Willie, plus such madcap comedians like Michael Callan, Double Exposure, and Cat Ballou, Sorrel Brook, Devil Times 5, and TV's Dukes of Hazzard, Ruth Buzzy, Skate Town USA, and TV's Laugh-In, and Frank Gorshin, TV's Batman's Riddler, and Larry Storch from TV's F Troop, and then Jack Carter Hustle, and Alice Ghostly, TV's Bewitched, all get involved in the musically insane hijinks. It was originally put out by American International Pictures, but then that eventually went to Filmways, and then it went to Orion Pictures, which became part of MGM. So it's MGM-owned title. So Record City. And one more Scorpion Ronin Flicks title. Joan Collins, Donald Pleasance, and Caroline Munro in The Devil Within Her. Conceived by the devil, only she knows what her baby really is. And it says The Devil Within Her, and in parentheses underneath that it says, I Don't Want to Be Born, so that's an alternate title. Special features brand new on-camera interview with star Caroline Munro, interview with star John Steiner, and I believe he was interviewed for the DVD edition. Watching Katarina's Nightmare Theater Mode, original theatrical trailer, brand new 2017 HD scan of the original Interpositive, color 1976, 94 minutes, rated R, English, 1080p high definition widescreen, 1.78, region A locked, rated R. Scorpion releasing, ITV Studios, where it's licensed from. But I believe Shout Factory owns them now. So Hollywood legend Joan Collins teams up with cult stars Donald Pleasance and Caroline Munro in this terrifying tale of a demonic baby. Lucy from Collins and TV's Dynasty and Quest for Love and the movie Tales from the Crypt is a former dancer, having moved up in the world via marriage to the wealthy Gino Carlesi. Ralph Bates' horror of Frankenstein and Taste the Blood of Dracula. Now comfortably settled down, Lucy is expecting, and when the time comes, she goes to the hospital to give birth to the baby. It proves to be a protracted, dangerous, and painful delivery, as the baby is a hefty 12-pounder. The newborn infant is no ordinary baby either, as it slashes Lucy upon leaving the womb. The baby soon attacks the nanny, demolishes the nursery, and likely had a hand in the mysterious death of a nurse. Gino's sister, Albana Eileen Atkins from Equus, Cranford, and Gosford Park, a nun, arrives from her convent in Italy to visit her new nephew and immediately sees that all is not well. She suspects that the killer baby is the actual spawn of Satan, and as the devil baby continues its murderous rampage and the body count rises, will anyone be able to stop the devil within her? Also starring Donald Pleasance, Halloween, and THX 1138, Caroline Munro at the Earth's Core, and Star Crash, and then John Steiner, Cut and Run, and Salamander. The Devil Within Her is a terrifying tale that will have you gasping in horror from a brand new HD master. So like the DVD gives you the option of watching this in Katarina's Nightmare Theater mode, where wrestler and cult movie hostess Katarina Lee Waters introduces the movie and gives trivia, and then she's seen talking after the movie as well. So just wraparound bits that she does. And yeah, this cover art should reverse to the alternate title, I Don't Want to Be Born. So, another Ronin Flick Scorpion releasing Blu-ray, The Devil Within Her. So now, a recap from Amazon Prime, soon to be out of print, Scream Factory Hammer Horror Blu-ray. From 1970, the R-rated drive-in flick Vampire Lovers. And then another soon to be out of print Blu-ray from Scream Factory, when I ordered directly from Scream Factory during their Cabin Fever sale. The House Where Evil Dwells and Ghost Warriors, so it's two horror movies about samurais, one a haunted house full of samurai ghosts, and then another movie about a frozen samurai warrior that gets thawed out of ice and brought back to life. So House Where Evil Dwells and Ghost Warrior, two 80s samurai horror movies. Both R-rated. And then from Ronin Flicks, I got during their Couch Potato sale, Terror Train, starring Jamie Lee Curtis and David Copperfield. Scorpion releasing title. And then one that wasn't eligible for the Couch Potato sale, but was decently priced, Record City, one that Scorpion releasing licensed from MGM and was shot on videotape, that transferred to films so it could be shown in movie theaters from late 70s, so it has a weird shot on video TV show look to it. And then last but not least, one that was eligible for the Couch Potato sale on Ronin Flicks, another Scorpion releasing title, The Devil Within Her, starring Joan Collins, Donald Pleasance, and Caroline Munro. I think this is something like Rosemary's Baby. It's also called I Don't Want to Be Born. It's also known as Sharon's Baby. So I've got a few more discs I was going to show off tonight, but I still have a couple more things coming in the mail, so this is going to be it for part 2 of my Blu-ray haul, being all Blu-rays this time. So next time I'll show off the few DVDs I got, and I'll see if I get the rest of my Blu-rays in the mail tomorrow, then I could go to part 3. So, thanks for watching part 2 of my Blu-ray haul for May 2020. Keep an eye out for part 3. Part 3, which should be happening later today because it's already Saturday, since it's after midnight. So, I'm Tim. Thanks for watching.